What if the biggest thing holding you back isn't your lack of talent, your lack of opportunity, or even your lack of confidence? What if it's the fact that you've been waiting for a future version of yourself to do what today's version refuses to do? Think about that. How many times have you said, "I'll start when I have more time. I'll start when I feel motivated. I'll start when life settles down. I'll start when I'm ready"? But life doesn't change because you're ready. Life changes because you start. And that is where most people lose years of their potential. They spend so much time preparing to improve that they never actually improve. They collect information but avoid implementation. They watch videos about discipline but avoid disciplined actions. They read books about success but refuse to change their habits. They become experts at learning and beginners at doing. And that's a dangerous place to live. Because knowledge without action creates frustration. You know what to do. You know what should change. You know which habits are hurting you. You know which excuses you keep repeating. Yet nothing changes. Not because you're incapable. Because awareness alone does not create transformation. Action does. The person you want to become is built through daily behavior. Not wishes. Not intentions. Not promises. Behavior. Every day you are teaching yourself who you are. Every decision is a vote. Every habit is a vote. Every action is a vote. You're either voting for the person you want to become or the person you are trying to leave behind. The problem is that most people only focus on major decisions. They think success comes from one big breakthrough, one big opportunity, one big moment. But personal growth rarely works that way. Your life is usually shaped by hundreds of small choices. The decision to wake up when your alarm rings. The decision to put your phone down. The decision to exercise. The decision to read. The decision to learn. The decision to finish what you started. The decision to keep your word. These decisions seem small, but they slowly build your identity. And identity is everything. Because you will always act in alignment with who you believe you are. If you see yourself as undisciplined, you'll find reasons to quit. If you see yourself as inconsistent, you'll expect failure. If you see yourself as someone who never finishes anything, you'll continue proving yourself right. That's why lasting growth isn't about changing your goals. It's about changing your identity. Most people try to achieve different results while keeping the same mindset. They want a better life without becoming a better person. But results are reflections. Your habits create your actions. Your actions create your outcomes. If you want different outcomes, you need different habits. If you want different habits, you need a different standard. And standards are what separate people who grow from people who stay stuck. Successful people don't have better days than everyone else. They have better standards. They hold themselves accountable when nobody is watching. They do what needs to be done even when they don't feel like doing it. They understand a simple truth. Feelings are unreliable. Some days you'll feel motivated. Some days you won't. Some days you'll feel focused. Some days you'll feel distracted. Some days you'll feel confident. Some days you'll feel uncertain. If your actions depend on your emotions, your progress will always be unstable. Real growth happens when your actions become stronger than your moods. When you stop negotiating with yourself. When you stop asking whether you feel like doing something. When you simply do it because it aligns with the person you're becoming. That is self-discipline. And self-discipline is one of the highest forms of self-respect. Because every time you follow through on a commitment, you strengthen trust in yourself. Trust is not built through positive thinking. Trust is built through evidence. Imagine making a promise to a friend every day and breaking it every day. Eventually that friend would stop believing you. The same thing happens internally. Every time you break promises to yourself, your confidence weakens. Every time you keep promises to yourself, your confidence grows. This is why self-improvement starts with integrity. Not integrity with other people. Integrity with yourself. Can you trust yourself? Can you rely on yourself? Can you do what you said you would do? Even when it's inconvenient? Even when it's boring? Even when nobody notices? Those moments matter more than most people realize. Because your character is built in private, not public. The world sees results. You live with the habits that create them. Another reason people struggle to improve is because they constantly seek comfort. Comfort feels good in the moment, but comfort can quietly destroy potential. Every meaningful improvement requires discomfort. Learning a skill is uncomfortable. Building discipline is uncomfortable. Changing habits is uncomfortable. Taking responsibility is uncomfortable. Growth demands discomfort because growth requires change. And change requires leaving behind familiar patterns. The question isn't whether discomfort will show up. It will. The question is whether you're willing to experience temporary discomfort for long-term improvement. Most people choose immediate comfort and long-term regret. Highly disciplined people choose temporary discomfort and long-term growth. That's the difference. One choice creates stagnation. The other creates transformation. The reality is that your future is being created by what you repeatedly tolerate. If you tolerate excuses, you'll create average results. If you tolerate laziness, you'll create average habits. If you tolerate distractions, you'll create average focus. If you tolerate inconsistency, you'll create average performance. Your standards become your future. That's why self-awareness is so important. You need to become brutally honest with yourself. Not harsh. Honest. Ask yourself, what habits are slowing me down? What distractions consume my time? What excuses keep appearing? What areas of my life need responsibility instead of blame? Growth begins when honesty replaces denial. Many people stay stuck because they spend more time explaining their problems than solving them. They blame circumstances. They blame other people. They blame bad luck. They blame timing. But responsibility is where personal power begins. The moment you take ownership, you gain control. You stop waiting for someone else to save you. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You stop waiting for permission. You realize your future depends primarily on your decisions. That realization is powerful, because it means improvement is always available, no matter where you are, no matter what happened yesterday, no matter how many mistakes you've made. You can always make a better decision today. And that's all self-improvement really is. A series of better decisions repeated consistently. Not perfection. Progress. Not giant leaps. Daily improvements. Not becoming someone else. Becoming the best version of yourself. The truth is that extraordinary lives are built through ordinary actions repeated over long periods of time. Reading one chapter. Working out for 1 hour. Practicing one skill. Improving one habit. Having one difficult conversation. Taking one step forward. Again. And again. And again. Until the person staring back at you in the mirror is no longer the same person who started. One day you'll realize something incredible. The life you wanted wasn't created by motivation. It wasn't created by luck. It wasn't created by talent. It was created by discipline, by consistency, by responsibility, by growth, by the countless decisions you made when nobody was watching. So stop waiting for a better version of yourself to appear. Become that person through your actions. Start today. Start small. Start imperfectly. But start. Because every day you delay growth is a day you postpone your potential. And your future is being built right now by the choices you make today. Choose wisely.